Matt, Queensland pulls the government on the green hydrogen garbage. You must be happy.
Well, look, I think this was only a matter of time, Paul. Already private investors had backed out of this program, and the only thing that was stopping it dying was the former Queensland government had promised so much on hydrogen, put so much on hydrogen jobs that they weren't able, without a shocking lapse of judgment on their behalf, walk away from it. I mean, the problem is that hydrogen has been more oversold than the Trump meme coin. It is not ready for... Well, I hope no one invests in it. It's down. It's way down today. Someone sent me, but
I'm not a Bitcoin guy.
You could have made some money. For timing is everything with meme coins, but not with hydrogen. The time is just not right for it. It's not mature technology. I've got no problem. What we should be doing with hydrogen right now is investing in research. Put some money into universities, some really smart people. Maybe they can crack it, and we'll have something in the decades to come. But instead, what's happened here is because the Labor Party had a political problem on coal jobs in central Queensland and the Hunter Valley. They couldn't support the coal industry. They couldn't support the men and women, hardworking men and women in those industries. They've gone out there and said, oh, look, we're going to shut down your coal industry, but we'll have all these hydrogen jobs. And they made all these promises that these hydrogen jobs would be here within years. Well, none of those promises are coming true because it's just not able to be produced commercially at the moment. And I think the lesson here is that politicians have got to stop telling lies to people. These were lies. They knew they were lies. And they were happy to lie about it because they wanted to protect their job, and now they put thousands of other Australian jobs at risk through their lying.
Yeah, James, it feels like, again, sort of part of the theme that I talked about at the start about, counting the grains of sand versus the view at the beach, right, all of that business. Tortured metaphor, but I did my best. Mm-hmm. I think people are at that moment where enough, right? Enough of just, you making the constant announcements about, oh, well, because we're pushing in this direction, we'll just keep going. If the reality is it's more expensive, it's unreliable, and unproven, they were just tipping it in because they believed in it, not because they knew what the outcome would be.
Well, not only that they believed in it, I mean that they didn't understand it, right? Okay, because it's a green hydrogen. Let's remember, it's not an energy source; it's a storage mechanism.
Yes.
So it's very different to power generation. So you got to remember that. But beyond that, nobody believes any of this stuff. Do you think anybody believes this whole sort of thing where they tip $2 billion in to make green steel? That anybody believes that this is anything more than a government subsidy to an industry to keep their support and keep jobs here? No one believes it's about the environment. It's the same thing with all this stuff. Nobody believes, really, truly, that renewables work to bring your power bills down if you're on the grid. It just doesn't work that way. Nobody believes this. We saw in the Australian Day all these stories about different businesses, their power bills up in the food service industry, all these sorts of things, and all of that filters through. Everybody knows it, and industry knows it, people know it, and I think the government knows it, but they can't admit it, and that's why they're in so much trouble right now.